How do? Like me, you're probably wondering, what am I doing here? Why am I watching this video? And you'd be right in thinking that because I've been rather ambiguous about what it's about, even to the point where I've not really said anything in the thumbnail, the title, the title thing, the thumbnail. No bloody name for it, is there? And I've not even done the intro bit yet, so you're still none the wiser. And I'm going to drag that out a little bit more. This piece came into me, I think it's probably about 2 weeks ago, is it? 2 weeks maybe? It might even be 3. I'm lousy with time. It's been sat there, I've been admiring it, been soaking it in, been having a little fondle of it, messing about with it. And I think part of the title of the video, a box that took me back, that is quite apt. It is something that really did take me back, and I think that people of a similar vintage to myself, I think it will also take them back as well. So I think I've drawn that out as enough. I think so. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've drawn out long enough. Let's take a look at. Let's see what's inside, shall we? And as you saw from the intro just there, what I've got is a Matchbox Super Kings K17 Ford LTS articulated tanker. This particular one has the Texaco livery on it. Now, the on the box and underneath on the actual truck itself, it is dated as 1973. But according to a bit of research that I did, this particular, the K16, was produced between 1974 and 1984, so it had a 10-year run, wasn't bad. And over that time, it did come in various different colours and liveries. In 1977, Christmas, I got this particular one. I also got the green army one. The packaging was slightly different, as that was released under titled Battle Kings, and there was a whole subline that had military style vehicles. Most of them were just repaints of Super King ones, but because they were green, they were army, and that's all that mattered when you were a kid. In the same line as the Super Kings and the trucks, they did other vehicles, by the way, but in this particular line, most memorably, I did have 2 others, and they were the K17, which was a low loader and an articulated container truck, both of which were the Scammell Crusader. And again, as I mentioned at the top of this video, people of a certain vintage, if they knew trucks back in the day, they'll know what the Scammell Crusader was. Lovely looking truck. But I digress. Let's talk about the box, shall we? So as you can see, the box is it's good. It's good. I would describe it as good. It's not excellent, but I think considering that it's getting on for 53-year-old, potentially. We'll take a little look around it anyway. So at the ends here where the flaps are, you can see it's a bit gnarly there. There's a bit of gnarliness on the edge of the flap there. The plastic window is crumpled at this end, and then the other end there is a split in it. And then we've got a bit of gnarliness going on here at the top of the box here, and then just at the corner here. Another little bit here. Note the Woolworths price sticker, but I'm just trying to have a little. No, the ink's faded, so you can't really tell. what price it was at. There's also a little bit of a sticker residue here, so I'm assuming at one point there was another sticker there. Look to the top of the box here, just a bit of a description. It just says opening bonnet with detailed engine and snap lock articulated trailer coupling. Got the K16 designation here. I've just got the registered trademarks. The bottom of the box, that looks lovely, does that? I like that. That looks really nice. That'd look pretty cool on a poster or something. And then let's just whip it back around. We'll go to the edge again. So we've got a nice little bit of artwork. So the K16, Ford LTS articulated tanker, Matchbox Super Kings. And then on the back is really where it's all happening. And that's a lovely piece of artwork. And I love how they've got the perspective of it. You know, static image, but it looks like it is moving. Again, K16 Super Kings, fitted with heavy-duty, super fast wheels. Specification and colour of content subject to amendment. Matchbox Ford LTS articulated tanker again, and then we've got I think this is actually a photo that's then just been superimposed onto the box there. You've got the tank unit, you've got the hose, and then the tractor unit there with its bonnet open. And in the top corner here, we've got 1973 Lesney Products & Co. Limited, London, England, printed and made in England. Yeah, you don't see that much these days, do you? Sadly. And we can also see it's unpunched. So that's back around to the front. What I do like is, I mean, the style of this box is very 70s. The way it just looks and it's designed, and it. I think it's. I want to know that I do have a lot of memories around these from the 70s, and in particular, one that comes to mind, other than the Scamel that I just mentioned, would be the Matchbox. It was called Car Ferry Plus 4, and it was available in 3 different options, and over the period of time I had all 3 different options. The first one I had, I think it was a red, white and yellow one. No, sorry, it was the blue, white and yellow. Then they did a red, white and yellow, and then the last one I had was, it wasn't released as Car Ferry 4 Plus 4, it was released as, I think it was Commando or something like that. It was in line with their army deco, and each one came with 4 of the smaller Matchbox cars or trucks. I think one of them came with like a car and a trailer with a little boat on, and so they mixed it up a little bit. And all these cars would fit on the ferry, and yeah, you could they could be transported safely across your bathtub on a Sunday night, just before you have your toast, your tea, and you watch Last of the Summer Wine. Okay, I'm going to get it out of the box, and we'll take a look at the truck a bit close up, shall we? And here we've got it in truck mode. That looks lovely. Really do like that. The truck and tanker look. I will note though about the box, and you'll see as I'm get round talking a bit more about the truck itself. It's not perfect. It's not completely and utterly mark free, and that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. I mean, I got it for cheap money, but also this is more of a nostalgia piece for me, as opposed to, you know, looking at it through the gaze of a collector or buying it as a collection piece. It was just like the title card, you know, a box to take me back, and that's what it's done. It's literally to take me back, and it's pure nostalgia for me. Anyway, we'll talk a bit more about the truck. So, as you can see, the truck is actually in not too bad a condition. It's better condition what the box is. There's a few scuffs and scrapes here and there, but I mean, as I mentioned about the box, it is potentially 53-year-old. So what are you going to do? The tanker part is, for the most part, it is white. But if I just turn it round this and view it at this side, there is some slight yellowing on this side. Not much, but you can tell it is a bit more than what it is on this side. The stickers are good. There's a bit, I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a scuff at the top there. The rear one is great. The long vehicle sign at the back, that's untouched. That's nice. It's a little bit off centre, but I can live with that. And then this side is pretty much untouched. That also looks quite nice. Excuse me. Front suspension, I'll just disconnect the truck from the oh, that was stiff for that. Pop the wheel up. Oh yeah. So yeah, sorry. Got the little yellow hose pipes. They're still flexible, no cracks or breaks on those. Just whip it round and take the other one off. This one's exactly the same. No cracks, marks, or anything like that. There's a little bit of a flaring on this one here, which at some point or other it has been connected to that pipe, so I'll just connect it back up again. And you've got that there then, which would then connect here for your play value. So then you can fill up your underground tanks at your petrol station. There now, separate them both out, put that there. The support wheels here are not, they're a little bit loose when it comes to putting them in the up position. They're dropping down. That's be down to, there'll be a little bit of wear and tear on this, I think, that's doing that. But it doesn't look like it. I think it might just be a case of that's just how it is. I know they did lock into place on the others, remembering from back in the day. But yeah, it's just a little bit loose, but what are you going to do? And then the silver, the chrome work on the top there is nice. There's no wear and tear on that, no marks. Wheels are nice, little suspension bits going off there. And the silver paint's unmarked, and same on the other side. And then there's no breakages in the plastic moulding of the, I don't know what the proper name is for that, I'll just say the cagey looking kind of thing. And again, on the back, there's no breaks or splits on the bumper or the mud flap or the light cluster area there. I'll just put that back there to one side with the pipes, and we'll bring the truck in. Now, looking at the truck here, there are a couple of marks. There's a little paint chip there, but the silver work on the bumpers, oh, there's just a little mark here and there. But other than that, oh, sorry, there's just some faint line marks there on the edge above the window. But other than that, it looks really nice. The paintwork's still nice and shiny and glistens in the light. Loving the green translucent windows. And then inside, the seats are chromed. You've got the black steering wheel there. The chroming on the stacks at the back here and chroming on the button to open the bonnet is nice and not worn. There's no wearing on the fifth wheel, as you saw earlier when I was trying to separate the trailer from the truck. That was still quite stiff to get out there. Silver paint on the wheels again is all nice. No marks there. Unmarked yellow grille at the front. The chevron stickers on the bonnet. A little bit of scuff mark there at the front, but nothing to worry about. And then the rest of them look quite nice. Pull this back and open up the bonnet, and we can see the lovely chromed engine there. I mean, it's not massively detailed, but it's enough there for you to know that it is an engine. And close that back up, and then if I just set him down, you can probably notice the wheels catch here on the bonnet, and I think that it's the not suspension, but the clip. I think the plastic clip that holds the front wheels. There's obviously got to be some kind of damage on that, and it's causing it to drop. And it's this here. That's what it looks like, and that'll be under there. So it's either probably something that's gone on the rivet area, or it might be one of these side supports that's, like I say, split. Now, I will be able to repair it, I know I will, but it just means drilling out these two rivets here. And to be fair, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm more than happy with the way it looks now, and I don't feel any particular need to start buggering about with it, basically, because It'd be one of those things that you'll do that and it just won't look right again. So I'm happy to leave it as it is. Saying that though, it does still freewheel fine, no issues. And I have to say, I don't think there's nothing about this that's saying that it's been played with. There's no what I would class as playware to it. If I was to hazard a guess, I get the feeling that it could have been used as a display piece. I'm saying that because with it having yellowing to just one side and not the other, no real wear marks on the wheels to say that, you know, it's been rummed along, as you say. So it's not put any wear marks on the... I mean, yeah, it's put a little bit of a wear mark on the wheel now because I've just done that. But prior to that, there was no marks on the wheels to say that that's been the case. And with it being quite stiff to get, you know, the trailer back onto the cab, that's what leads me to think that maybe it's been, maybe not in a shop window, but perhaps in the store, you know, in a shop somewhere on a shelf, out of the reach of grubby little paws that might take it down and want to mess about with it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I think it's maybe been a display piece, or it could have been bought. You know, it could have belonged to a child that just didn't play with it, and or an unwanted gift or something like that. Who knows? But I'd like to think that it could have been a display piece. That works for me. Okay, I'm gonna wrap that up here. We're gonna go back to me for a few final words. Final thoughts. I don't really have any final thoughts because I think I've pretty much said what I want to say in my... Well, it's not a review. I wasn't reviewing it. I was just taking a look at it and sharing some of the things that I thought and felt about it. So, yeah, so I have no final thoughts. A very nostalgic piece for me that takes me back to when I was a younger child in the 70s, before all other things came along, like Star Wars, Transformers, He-Man, all those other franchises that are still knocking about in one way, shape or form. But it started off with, with this stuff. Matchbox, Dinky, diecast and stuff. Yeah, can't really say anything more than that. Love to go back. Anyway, that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope it was a nice little surprise for you. Something different to what I normally vomit out onto YouTube. I will be back soon with some more things that are more in keeping with my usual content. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. And bye for now.
Volt's a fucking icon.